fishermen's exchange. I think it is so important now for as many Bahamian fishermen as possible to take, whenever possible, those kind of trips, because there's so much that you can learn from fishermen from places, in other places in the Caribbean as well as the Gulf states, about marine protection, conservation. You know, if you listen to some of these guys and some of the horror stories they tell about the fisheries in their areas, you would come back here feeling that it is absolutely urgent to put things in place now that would protect us 20, 50 years down the line, so that we don't become like some of these other countries and let what we have get away so easily.
This is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready, simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars in Oakesville, Carmichael, East Street South, and the Charles Sanders Highway. See Little Caesars BS on Facebook and Little Caesars Bahamas on Instagram for more info.
Pizza.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, a local environmentalist lends support as the Bahamas makes a bold move for global climate accountability. And the family of a missing man is calling on the public to be on alert for their loved one. Plus, the transportation community mourns the loss of one of their own. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Azure Quant. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, in a landmark move to combat the escalating threat of climate change, the Bahamas has taken a decisive step by urging the International Court of Justice to hold nations accountable for their climate policies. Representing the Bahamas, Attorney General Ryan Pinder delivering a compelling argument to the ICJ as concerns mount. And now, an environmentalist and marine biologist is lending her support to this bold move. Here's more in this report.
Bahamas is one of the top 10 countries that will disappear when the sea level rises.
As this small island nation confronts this threat, the urgency to implement proactive measures to safeguard against climate-induced disasters has never been more pressing. This and other potential realities driving the government to urge the International Court of Justice to hold countries accountable for their climate change policies. And it's a move strongly supported by EarthCare founder Gail Woon.
When we get a ruling on this submission from the Bahamas, this is going to be so important because hopefully it will level the playing field so that countries like the United States, Russia, China, India, the ones who are emitting the majority of fossil fuels, which in turn become greenhouse gases, they need to be held accountable.
Recently, PM Davis said climate impacts will increasingly drive geopolitical and economic instability. Woon agrees, regretting that the absence of strict regulations for countries has hindered efforts to address the climate crisis.
The ocean's becoming more acidic, which means things like calcium carbonate are going to be worn away by the acid that's in the ocean. So, and lobster and crabs, those are a big part of our fisheries product. So that's going to affect the economy. With Dorian, basically our island shut down for 6 months to a year, and we still don't have, some of the hotels have not reopened since. So And tourism is our main economy driver.
Last November, the Prime Minister attended COP28 in Dubai, advocating for climate solutions. Highlighting these meetings, she joins a chorus of environmentalists who commend the government for leading submissions to the ICJ.
It's a landmark submission, and also they have said in their press release that they're going to pursue it on behalf of all the other small island developing states and other states that are going to suffer from the effects of the climate crisis, and we're not the ones causing it.
And while larger nations certainly have a crucial role to play, Woon says the Bahamas can lead by example with renewable energy and other simple measures to fight climate change.
One of the biggest drivers of the climate crisis is industrial agriculture. And so it's being recommended that people try to have a plant-rich diet. You could, if you can afford it, switch over to an electric vehicle. It goes down to just, if you're brushing your teeth, turn off the tap while you're brushing, just to save the water, because water is going to be the next thing we have wars about.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Now, according to a press statement by the Office of the Attorney General, the Bahamas' submission details climate change impacts encountered at a national and individual level, and the country will respond to submissions by other countries by the June deadline. Switching gears now, the family of 58-year-old Richard Smith is calling on Grand Bahamians to be on alert for the missing man who has not been seen or heard from since August of last year. Jolanda Thompson-Everest picks up the story from here.
Richard Smith, described as a hard-working man, has been missing since last year, August. His brother, Audley Smith, explains that he was the last person to see his brother, and now he ponders where could he possibly be.
Whatever he does it with a passion. So the last time I spoke with him was then, that same day. I haven't seen him since. Now, I saw evidence where he came home because some of the items in the house was moved or something was carried. I know it was him because it was his things. But ever since then, I haven't physically seen him.
His brother admits that he was not concerned about his disappearance in the beginning, but when he noticed that he was gone for a while, things changed.
At first, I wasn't worried because Richard is Richard. Richard is like a busybody. He's like an outside person. He will go places and be gone for days. But I know he'll come home. When he come home, okay. Or he say, let's go fishing, let's go fishing, let's go fishing. He'll go on a boat with some people. He'll go to different islands while they fishing. But then he'll call me and let me know where he is, that he all right. But since now, no calls. So we don't know where he is or what's going on.
Audley says that the rest of his siblings remain in the United States, and he and Richard are the only two that lives here in Grand Bahama. He expounds that his brother is a father of two and someone who can be regarded as loving but of low tolerance. Now, the flyer of Richard Smith started circulating just last week, 7 months after his disappearance. But his brother cautions that the family have been searching for Richard for a while.
The posters are circulating now because back in the days, before we got wind or they got wind that he was missing, I went to the station to check to see if he was locked up. But they couldn't tell me or they couldn't verify if they have a Richard Smith in custody or not.
Smith says that he is very much concerned and wishes that the police officers could periodically check in to give updates.
I mean, the police got plenty on their plate. But at least they can come out and say something. Say, okay, well, we did this or we did that. And nothing came up. At least let the people know that you're trying.
In 2022, 56-year-old Stephanie Chisholm from 8 Mile Rock was reported missing, followed by 28-year-old Shaquille Ferguson, who suffers from mental health. And on December 9th, 2023, 65-year-old Frederica Bethel disappeared without a trace. And just this year, Philip Big Mama Stubbs was reported missing by loved ones. Should you know the whereabouts of any of these persons, you are urged to contact the local police. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
Now on to some sad news. The Grand Bahama community is mourning the loss of a beloved bus driver, Jonathan Cow Jones, who tragically passed away following a collision in the 8 Mile Rock community last week. In this report, bus and taxi drivers remember the life and legacy of their dear colleague. Here's this report.
These are Berners Jones boys. I am Cow Jones.
Known for his big personality, colleagues of 58-year-old Jonathan Cow Jones remembering the late bus driver who died in a fatal car collision that occurred on Monday, March 18th at approximately 6:15 a.m. in 8 Mile Rock. Many bus and taxi drivers coming forward to express their sorrow and pay tribute to a man known for his dedication to his profession and his warm, fun demeanor.
He was a very fun guy. There was never a dull moment if he's around. And, you know, losing him is like losing a brother.
He was always friendly. You could always look forward for a laugh. He always cracking jokes and stuff.
Now, according to reports, the incident involved a red 2011 Ford Fusion driven by a 26-year-old male, which allegedly veered into the path of a white 1998 Toyota Hiace bus operated by Jones. Despite efforts to avoid the collision, the vehicles collided head-on. Jones, described by his colleagues as a seasoned and respected member of the transportation community, was accompanied by 2 adult male passengers at the time of the accident. Emergency medical services personnel swiftly responding to the scene, transporting all individuals involved to the Rand Memorial Hospital for urgent medical attention.
I was shocked. I know he was in an accident, but I didn't thought he would have died because we saw a video with him in the hospital. He was very active in the hospital. I thought he was okay. And when the news came to me a couple of days ago, it hit all of us, you know, like a ton of brick, man. It's very sad to know that he's a good man, good guy, good co-worker, and he'll surely be missed.
I miss him. Cow was the best. He keep everybody happy, and I love Cow.
On Saturday, March 23, 2024, Jones succumbed to his injuries, leaving many to reminisce on his life and his legacy.
Oh boy, that's rough. That's all I got to say.
If you get to know Cow, he is a person you never could have hate because he kept you laughing at all times.
Ain't a find no more Cow. Ain't no more like him. Ain't a find, and he always find a joke. He always find something positive to talk there. And if you need advice, you could go to him. He could just tell you what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. He good. He would be missed.
And according to police officials, investigations into the circumstances surrounding the accident continue. Well, some good news from police in Abaco. 2 men wanted by the Abaco Divisional Detective Unit have been captured. 33-year-old resident of Murphytown, Abaco, Ronald Afodi, a.k.a. Ronald Jean, wanted in connection with armed robbery, is in police custody. Also in custody tonight, 21-year-old Stephen Saya of Hopetown, Abaco. Police need to question him in connection with unlawful sexual intercourse. When we come back, the Grand Bahama Christian Council announcing plans for the Easter weekend, beginning with the annual March to Calvary. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Grand Bahama's first big sale of the year is coming this Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It's Dolly Madison's Tour-wide Easter Sale, where you'll get a whopping 25% off tour-wide in all departments: houseware, lawn and garden, appliances, the plant nursery, tools, plumbing, electrical, automotive. Yes, it's time for household repairs, renovations, and upgrades, as everything will be discounted 25% off at Dolly Madison's Tour-wide Easter Sale this Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Celebrate Easter weekend at Portobello's Restaurant by the Grand Lucayan. Children 5 to 12 years are half price, and children under 5 eat free. Dinner buffet on Good Friday, and all-you-can-eat Easter Sunday brunch. See you there.
Don't miss the 25% off sale going on now on selected items at Pandora in Port Lucaya.
Under the patronage of the National Bishop of the Church of God of Prophecy, Bishop Dr. Franklin and Dr. Rovina Ferguson, the Bahama Brass Band Grand Bahama presents
Hallelujah! What a Savior!
7 p.m. on Saturday, March 30th, 2024 at the Grand Lucayan Hotel with special guests all the way from Jamaica, the Jamaican Royal Police Force Band. Join us as we worship in song on Saturday, March 30th at 7 p.m. at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to the My Professor and More, where our focus is to provide the innovation and provide the guidelines for our talented students in a variety of subject matters, from primary school all the way to university level.
Because of the Math Professor, my mathematical and public speaking skills have truly elevated.
At the My Professor and More, we see our students as being family members. Even though we strive in mathematics and public speaking, we cover all of those areas whereby students may be finding challenges. At the Math Professor, we strive for excellence. We strive for innovation. And through the techniques that we use, we continue to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of students each year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. We welcome you to be a part of the family.
Have questions for Grand Bahama Power Company? Get insights and answers to the power concern every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Tune in and power up your knowledge with Ask GBPC.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Grand Bahama Christian Council will be hosting its annual March to Calvary this coming Friday on March 29th. The walk will commence on Pioneers Way at Miracle Arena Church, ending on Coral Road at Church of God of Prophecy. The Christian Council holding a press conference to reveal details about Holy Week.
Each stops we're gonna have we are doing the 7 cries, and we got pastors that are gonna do the cry at each stop. And also we got even the youth organization, they will be involved in reading scriptures. We will be stopping each stop pretty much about 15 minutes. Then we head on to the next stop, because pretty much we want the march to be climaxed at Coral Road, Church of God of Prophecy.
President of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, Reverend Kenneth Lewis, says that this will be done in partnership with churches throughout Grand Bahama.
You have different factions, you have denominations, you have new doctrines, you have the church being confronted with a post-modern situation, you have social problems, and the church really cannot respond as the church until the church comes together. So in this small area of Grand Bahama, our intention is to bring the entire faith community together.
And here's a check on your Monday's Health is Wealth, sponsored by Lucayan Family and Concierge Services.
The World Health Organization's 2018 report showed that the harmful use of alcohol resulted in about 3 million deaths worldwide. Motor vehicle crashes, violence, and risky sexual behaviors are a few of the short-term effects that alcohol can have on one's body. While long-term alcohol use can lead to increased risk of chronic diseases like high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, and digestive problems. Also, cancers involving the breast, mouth, throat, liver, colon, and rectum may also be linked to excessive alcohol use. Deciding not to drink alcohol or to drink in moderation can reduce your risk factors for these health and safety issues. If you or anyone you know feels the need to cut down on drinking, feel annoyed or guilty by your drinking habits, have frequent hangovers or eye openers, get help today. I'm Nurse Therrell Smith reminding you that your health is your wealth.
That's a look at stories making news, but don't go away. The latest in sports and your local weather forecast is up next.
Attention Freeport. Island Bedding and Furniture is having a huge Easter flash sale. Get 20% off bedding and 10% off any and all mattress and box spring sets. That's any and all mattress and box spring sets. Don't miss out. Deals until the end of the month. Come check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths just in time for Easter. It's all happening at Island Bedding, located at number 5 Queens Highway across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Here we go again. It's time for the 24th Annual Pelican Point Coconut Festival. Monday, April 1st from 11 a.m. It kicks off with a day of fun food, coconuts, and culture. Coconut food, Gullywood, coconut game, coconut barking contest, lighting of the coconut pole, water sports, live entertainment by the Grand Bahama District Police Pop Band, St. George's Pop Band, and KB. The day will culminate with a Junkanoo Rush Hour by the Platinum Night. This Easter weekend, plan to be in Pelican Point, the home of the Coconut Fest. Monday, April 1st.
Under the patronage of the National Bishop of the Church of God of Prophecy, Bishop Dr. Franklin and Dr. Rovina Ferguson, the Bahama Brass Band Grand Bahama presents
Hallelujah, what a Savior.
7 p.m. on Saturday, March 30th, 2024 at the Grand Lucayan Hotel with special guests all the way from Jamaica, the Jamaican Royal Police Force Band. Join us as we worship in song on Saturday, March 30th at 7 p.m. at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. You don't want to miss it.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Flamingo Air. How may I assist?
Serve as a general boarding call for all passengers checking on Flamingo Air Flight 490 with flight service into Marsh Harbor.
Flamingo Air, committed to safety and service.
So because we're seeing more childhood obesity, we are seeing more prediabetes and type 2 diabetes in kids.
Weight management and diabetes will be the topic on ZNS Health Zone Monday, March 25th at 9 p.m. on the ZNS Network.
28 and a half years ago, when I had my daughter, I had preeclampsia, and that's when you get high blood pressure at the end of the pregnancy.
ZNS Health Zone, Monday, March 25th at 9 p.m. Don't miss it. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Your Monday evening check on sports is next with our Jay Philippe.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. First in sports, a major softball tournament is set for this weekend in Abaco. The Friends for Life Committee is hosting the Nigel Boodle Senior Men's Fast Pitch Softball Tournament this Easter holiday weekend from Thursday, March 28th to Sunday, March 31st at the Murphytown Softball Field in Abaco. Teams from Grand Bahama, Abaco, Long Island, and New Providence will be competing.
I saw it fit when we formed this committee, this organization called Friends for Life, that I would honor him.
When I get that telephone call from them, they tell me that feel like a glory to me.
Nigel, boy, one that's the parents. Nigel started programs here without a dollar. But Nigel would always find a way to pull off these projects.
Switching gears now in sports, scores from week 2 of the Grand Bahama Flag Football League in ladies play. The Lady Elites won against Fidelity Flames in overtime 6-0.
Overall, it was a good game. We picked up 1 or 2 pieces this season, so putting the pieces together actually in game mode and figuring out where everybody fit in place. But overall, I'd say it was a good game. It was a tough ball at the end, but stick it out to the end and made a play.
Defense, I would say, was very strong. The offense, new, pick up one or two new players. I'm one of them. I think by 2 or more games, we'll get it together.
With the loss, the Flames fall to 0-2 on the season.
The team has definitely been showing progression in terms of chemistry and just understanding each other better. And I think in any team sport, that's the root of winning. They understand the concept, what we're trying to do, and we just got to execute better through the week leading up to the game.
Now on the men's side, Sky's the Limit Rock Boys got the win against Mobile Tritons 25-13. In the other game, Three Links edged out Coca-Cola 7-6 to remain undefeated on the season. And the final game saw the Oilers shutting out Freeport Container Port Stackers 40-0. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Thank you, Jay. And here's a look at your local weather forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the day is up next.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Coctotermus formisalis, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper, so you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
We all need to save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Best Concert Weekend Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, June 27th through 30th, featuring live from TCI, Brad, Mikey and Kool-Aid, Gemma, Barbara Johnson. And on this night, we celebrate Kino and Kaz. And Kino Hall. From the Bahamas, D-Mac. KP. Chino T. Elon Moxie. Veronica Bishop.
She said, hello,
Sweet Emily.
why you gonna love me? You know you couldn't handle it.
Nishi Ellis.
Let me
Housing, and TBS. Come go with me. Backed by the Proficient Band, TCI, and Chad Colley and the VIP. Hosted by Sawyer Boy of Nassau, Bahamas, and Huntley Forbes of KCI. Come go with me. Best of the best concert weekend, Turks and Caicos. For more information, email comegowithmeweekend@gmail.com.
My experience, it started out a bit rocky. They would call us freshers, some of us, because we, have no technical background in IT. But they really laid the foundation down for us, so we were able to learn the very basics first. And then at the end of the course, we were to the level of an associate, so we can actually start working in IT as soon as we exit the program.
One of the experiences I think was unique was the quality of the trainer. Madri, to me, and I think the others would share the same experience, is that she's a quality trainer. You leave the course knowing exactly what you need to know to build an application from scratch to finished product. And the foundation that she gives you is really spot on.
We are prime as Bahamians. We are competitive by nature. So I know that we are competitive with sports, with our John Canoe, but we can stand toe-to-toe with the world when it comes to tech as well as we apply ourselves. And I really believe that.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Tasmania Smith, also known as Pinky, celebrating her birthday yesterday, just 5 days after the death of her husband, Louis Smith. Our prayers are with you and your family during this time. Also, a special happy birthday to Mary Jane Hebburn. We hope you're enjoying your day. And that's going to do it tonight for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire Northern Edition team, I'm Azure Quant. But be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight continues.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, enhancing trade links with Botswana. Probe continues into tragic boating mishap. Heightened concerns over illegal land clearing. And in sports, Carifta countdown begins. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The Prime Minister's official visit to Botswana, now one for the history books. But there are some key takeaways from the week-long state stay that saw the countries get down to business in a concerted effort to deepen and enhance bilateral relations. Altaviz Munnings joins us live in studio on what was accomplished. Good evening, Altaviz.
Good evening, Makushla, and good evening, Bahamas. Substantive and fruitful discussions of mutual interest held during Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis's week-long state visit to the Republic of Botswana. For instance, to further strengthen bilateral cooperation, the Botswana University of Agriculture and Natural Resources and the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, BAMSI, signed a memorandum of understanding to facilitate student and academic staff exchange. Now, this includes joint research and academic programs, as well as assistance in capacity building. The Bahamas also offered Botswana access to a repository facility at the Grand Bahama Port to enhance trade links, foster economic cooperation, and facilitate Botswana's exports into the United States and other international markets. As a follow-up to a commitment made by President Masisi's state visit here last September, Botswana's extended 10 scholarships to the Bahamas for the 2024-2025 academic year. A further 105 graduate spaces have been reserved for Bahamian students at the Botswana University of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Deliberations on the ongoing crisis in Haiti, the Russia-Ukraine war, and the Israel-Hamas conflict also on the agenda. The leaders commended the Caribbean community, CARICOM, for speedily facilitating the signing of the agreement on a transitional government in Haiti, while reiterating their country's unshakable commitment to multilateralism and peaceful settlement of disputes, all in accordance with the United Nations Charter. The two leaders acknowledged concluding additional instruments of bilateral cooperation by this June in the areas of tourism, education, agriculture, and finance. At the end of the visit, Prime Minister Davis expressed sincere gratitude to President Masisi and the government and the people of the Republic of Botswana for their warm welcome and hospitality accorded to his delegation during their week-long stay. He wished Botswana well in preparations for that country's upcoming general election slated for later this year. President Masisi, in turn, thanked Prime Minister Davis for honoring his invitation, and he also extended an invitation for Governor General, Her Excellency, the Honorable Cynthia Pratt, to pay a state visit to Botswana. Reporting live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings. Back to you, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Alto. Now, from strengthened ties in Botswana, we turn our attention now to Haiti, where chaos and turmoil has become the order of the day. A sad state of affairs that reportedly hinders the creation of a transitional council to choose the island's next leader. Back here at home, some 122 Haitian migrants apprehended over the weekend could see themselves repatriated by sea, much like a previous group. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, spoke to the possible future of the group.
As the current security circumstance exists, although the U.S. has sent troops to secure the airport to evacuate their citizens, there's no indication of how long that will be. If sea is the only option, then we will have a look at further repatriation by sea if necessary.
Well, the weekend ending with the homicide count one notch higher after a 42-year-old man was shot dead outside a home on Gildas Street, Kennedy subdivision, and another 41-year-old left clinging to life. When asked, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda could not say if either victim was known to police, but he confirmed that the condition of the wounded man has improved.
We know that one person has since died as a result of the shooting. He died hours later in hospital. That matter is actively being investigated. The vehicle used in that matter was recovered just moments later in the Nassau Village area. We are, at this time, the CSI are doing some processing with that vehicle. Hopefully, we will be able to get something from there that could assist the investigation. But we are appealing to members of the public with any information to please come forward. The second victim is in serious condition but stable at this time from the last report that I received.
Now, this weekend's sling in Kennedy subdivision follows one on Eleuthera. The second recently, a real shocker to the tightly knitted Family Island community. On February 26, DeAndre Demerit was gunned down in a Harbor Island nightclub. Last Thursday, 25-year-old Topaz Blue was allegedly stabbed to death by his younger brother in Upper Bogue. Still, the police commissioner isn't convinced violent crime on that island has progressed to the point where police can't handle it. Yes, there is a need for more officers on the island, but Fernanda adds that it is clear what occurred in both incidents.
The second murder that occurred, two youngsters, man, it's so sad. Two brothers, altercation in the home, and one stabbed the other. And that matter has since been closed. So we continue to be proactive in the community, doing a lot of town meetings just to bring the community together and trying to solve conflicts, to educate the community there as to how to solve conflict. That is our problem, what is going on up there. And we'll continue to do it. We have to continue, but we are asking members of the public and people within the community. Man, it's a village, man. It's a village. It takes a village to raise a child, and we have to go back to that, and we have to continue to do just that to try to save our young people.
Meantime, it's too early to tell if negligence was a factor in the tragic death of a 55-year-old Colorado woman after the dinghy she was on collided with another vessel Sunday. The mishap, which occurred just before 11 a.m. in waters near Staniel Key, Exuma, has also left the victim's husband with injuries that demanded he be airlifted to the capital.
One female has died. It appears as though there was a two-boat collision. That's a smaller boat and there was a larger boat. It appears as though they did not see each other. The larger boat did not see the smaller vessel, the captains of those vessels, and the larger vessel would have run over the smaller vessel. That resulted in the death of the female visitor. That matter is under active investigation. The other victim who was injured is here in Nassau as we speak and still in serious condition at this time. That matter is still actively being investigated.
Still to come, derelict vehicle removal. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Hear that? If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed, any moment can be a KFC moment.
Tune into the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. Live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. With live performances by Nishi LS, Julian Believe, Wendy 242, Sammy Starr, Patrice Morel, Shine Bahamas, Ilsha, Fan Sean, Judah the Lion, Carrington McKenzie, Alia Coley, Osley and Jadort, Sherwin Gardner, Colin Christopher, Davian Chase, and many more. Hosted by Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe. That's the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, April 6th, live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian.
Join me, Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe, as I host this year's Elevation Awards. Because I support the culture, and you should too.
Catch the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. only on ZNS TV 13.
SS Electrical has relocated. You can now find them on Chesapeake Road in the former Minute Muffler building. There, you can pick up Square D switches, combos, breakers, and breaker panels, plus all the electrical wires you need. Want meter cans, LED bulbs, and ceiling fans? You can find it all at SHSS Electrical.
Need a DNA test to find out if someone is your father, your child, or your grandparent? Call DNA Direct at 324-0665. Get a DNA test for as low as $450. Now you can prove that you are or are not related to an individual easily. Call DNA Direct 324-0665.
Don't let your home or business be in the dark. When there's a blackout, it's time to purchase the new EcoFlow portable generator. This powerful device gives you hours of uninterrupted electricity for your fans, refrigerator, television, and air conditioning units. Dial 327-4504 and see how affordable your EcoFlow portable generator is.
This government strongly believes in and supports community building. Our inner city programs and facilities provide a variety of educational, social, and creative response systems, all in an effort to enroll, and allow opportunities for positive engagement. To encourage this, we're committed to providing safe spaces in community centers.
Greetings, I'm Donovan Rowe, Center Manager for the Fox Hill Community Center, and I'm inviting you to come on down. The program is multifaceted. We deal for the whole gambit from band, there's homework help, whether it's senior fitness, we have bingos for the seniors. There's a saying that we're gonna plant the seed for a tree for the shade we'll not sit in. So this is a place where you can give back because someone gave back to you.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Get ready for an unforgettable weekend at Agri Expo 2024. It all goes down on April 12th and 13th at Gladstone Road Farmers Market. Bring the whole family for a farmtastic experience. Meet local farmers, artisans, and savor delicious food. From competitions to forums and activities for the kids. There's something for everyone. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just curious about where your food comes from, there's something for everyone at the Agri Expo. It's something you don't want to miss. See you there.
Now, this is a tale all about how the Paint Place Easter sale went down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there and tell you all about the colors and beauty we got here. In the Bahamas, born and raised, it's a country where amazing colors prevail. From sunrise pasta to sunset schemes, become an artist or paint the house of your dreams. You want amazing paint to get the job done right? With brushes and rollers that make work a delight? Then join us this Easter under the sun at the Paint Place where we have all of the fun.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Let's make this moment last forever. Let's start a family together. With a house, a car, and kids. Oh, I love the way we live. I got it covered. BAF has got me covered. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. So live your life. BAF for life. BAF has got you covered.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you? We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeye's new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
continued testimony in the trial involving former Water and Sewage Executive Chairman Adrian Gibson and his 4 co-accused, with retired Police Superintendent Bradley Pratt retaking the stand. The senior police officer last week testified that he led a team of officers to Aaron's car rental in Long Island in May 2022 as a follow-up to an investigation relating to fraud at the Water and Sewage Corporation. He said Adrian Gibson was cautioned and arrested in connection with the matter. Fast forward to today, and the witness said he did not find any documents relating to fraud or any dangerous drugs during the probe. He added that the vehicles, an all-terrain vehicle seized during the investigation, were in accordance with the Proceeds of Crime Act, noting that he had the relevant documents to verify his suspicions. He also denied searching the home of Gibson's elderly relative, Reverend Edward Gibson, while in Long Island. Officials clamped down on illegal land clearing, and this on the heels of over 200 acres of land being illegally cleared here in New Providence back in 2022. Director of Forestry is Danielle Hannock.
Well, the main issue is development, is unregulated development. So persons not getting permits for clearing areas that have protected trees on them, having certificate of environmental clearance, not having those when they're doing their building permits. And so it is a part of the permitting process. So you have unregulated development, or you have just this pressure of these uses. Housing is a pressure, infrastructure is a pressure. So and also agriculture is a pressure too. So you have to balance these uses, these land uses, in terms of what is sustainable, what isn't. And so when we review persons' cases, is that to say, okay, here are recommendations how they can mitigate the effort or the damage that they're doing on the environment. So because then that can impact the area with increased flooding, for example, or in terms of air quality. All of those are small factors that hinder or impact our quality of life.
Offenders face a $25,000 fine, 2 years imprisonment, or both. The unit now working with police to enforce the rules. In the meantime, officials are ramping up efforts to tackle deforestation in the country. Hannock says deforestation and the cutting down of extensive acres of pine forest are destroying ecosystems, which are vital to humans and wildlife.
Appeal to the public. The public is plant a tree and know that it's a protected resource, and also just valuing our environment. And so if you have to remove a tree, know that there are other measures that you can do to balance what you're doing. And so I think we want development, but we are promoting sustainable development because you want to have not just for you, but also for your grandchildren. So I think for your future generations, this is how we have to think. Our survivability depends on that.
A massive program also underway to remove derelict vehicles from inner city communities here in the capital. The Ministry of Environment, along with Urban Renewal, has already started its work in the Engliston community by discarding 600 old cars.
New Providence and many areas have been used as a dumping ground. We want to discourage and to discontinue that. We're concerned not only for the rodents, not only because of crime, but also these vehicles. If there's oil leakage, there's gasoline leakage, it can contaminate the soil and they can contaminate the waterbed. And so what we'll do after the vehicles would have been removed from areas, our scientists, if I may say that, our experts in the department, they're going to come in and they'll be running tests on the soil and the water sample to make certain that if persons are interested in farming in those areas, or to see if it can be used for potable water. And so from an environmental perspective, we are concerned with the overall health of Bahamians.
The Bahamas has its 6th straight Carifta swimming title in its sights, but before teams are able to make a splash, they have to get settled into the athletes' village. Our Amajal Knowles gives us this update from the Breezes Resort.
Thanks, Makushla. The countdown is on to the 37th edition of the Carifta Swimming Championships set to take place here in the beautiful Nassau, Bahamas at the newly refurbished Betty Kelly Koenig Aquatic Center. And while the pool is a center of attention, the activity hub until race time will be here at the Breezes Resort, the de facto athletes village for this year's games. Now, teams have already started to arrive as the team from Trinidad and Tobago got into the hotel just after 3 p.m. this afternoon. As for Team Bahamas, though, their practice sessions will continue as tomorrow after 11 a.m. they will hold the first practice session open to media. Now, as for the rest of the results and updates from this year's Carifta Swimming Championships, stay locked into the ZNS Television Network and ZNS Total Sports as we keep you updated on all the race action from the 37th edition of the Carifta Swimming Championships. For the Bahamas tonight, I'm Amajal Knowles.
Well, thanks, Amo. We still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for this evening, both our Carifta track and swim teams getting some divine inspiration. They head to church. Details ahead in sports.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, showed his excitement for the 18th Annual Bahamian Music and Heritage Festival hosted in Georgetown, Exuma.
This is one of my favorite events on the Exuma music and cultural calendar. And this is the 18th. We've done this successfully 18 years, successfully and successively. This is a great festival, not just for music, cultural and heritage reasons, but this is an opportunity for our vendors to show their art and to show all of the crafts that they present to other Bahamians from other islands, as well as our tourists who come. I like this event because it's a time for family and children and a time for local domestic tourists, as well as our international guests. And it's an opportunity really to showcase Bahamian talent and its finest. And I am really delighted that we have been able to be consistent with this event. And I'm excited about the 18th Bahamas Music and Heritage Festival. And I look forward now even to the 19th. And I look forward to some of the exciting artists we have, Gino D and Nishi LS, as well as some of our local participants from gospel to rake and scrape. And this is an exciting occasion, and I am delighted always to be in Exuma. I love the people of Exuma. I love Exuma. I love the Bahamas Music and Heritage Festival.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas, the region's leading tourism destination. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16 island destinations.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Over 400,000 Bahamians depend on our tourism-driven economy.
That is why tourism is everyone's business.
It's the passing on of our traditions and our cultural heritage to the next generation.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Tourism is everyone's business.
From the straw we plant, to exploring our Bahama blues, to experiencing the greatest show on earth. No matter who you are, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism
is everyone's business.
In the Yellow Elder Garden, Allie and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights. A symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Allie dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Tune into the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m. live on the ZNS TV network. from Sandals Royal Bahamian in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas, with live performances by Nishi LS, Julian Believe, Wendy 242, Sammy Starr, Patrice Morel, Shine Bahamas, Ilsha, Fan Sean, Judah the Lion, Carrington McKenzie, Alia Coley, Osley and Jadort, Sherwin Gardner, Colin Christopher, Davian Chase, and many more. Hosted by Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe. That's the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, April 6th, live on the ZNS TV network from Sandals Royal Bahamian.
Join me, Sherelle Roxy Star Duncombe, as I host this year's Elevation Awards. Because I support the culture, and you should too.
Catch the 5th Annual Elevation Awards, Saturday, April 6th at 6 p.m., only on ZNS TV 13.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
All my ladies, let me hear you say,
It is a big day here in Eleuthera as young people from across the island participate in this year's Junior John Canoe competition. This year, we've increased our donation by 50% to $75,000. We're also connecting these young people with our Disney creatives so that they can teach our creatives about John Canoe, and our Disney creatives can teach them about the careers that are involved in the kinds of things they're doing as they prepare for Junior John Canoe this season.
John Canoe is an expression, the spirit, the passion of the people of the Bahamas.
The adrenaline rush, when the music hits your soul, you just move.
I'm really excited that the Disney Cruise Line helps get more instruments, like kumkalakas and drums.
I cannot express the gratitude to Disney Cruise Line for the genuine nature of our culture, John Canoe. Disney could have chosen anywhere in the world, but they chose Eleuthera.
Since 1974, the National Insurance Board has been an income replacement safety net.
But to ensure our future remains secure, starting July 1st, 2024, contribution rates will increase and will continue to be shared by employers and employees.
We will be sharing more information in the upcoming months. But for now, get more details on nibrateincrease.com.
Invest in tomorrow today with NIB.
Because together, we can ensure our financial future.
Countries from all over the Caribbean are headed to Nassau for the Carifta Aquatics Championships 2024. Starting at 1 p.m. Friday, March 29th, tune into the ZNS Network for live coverage of the opening ceremony.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Christians now in the final week of a 40-day journey of prayer and almsgiving with bright hope of once again ending the Lenten season. enjoy. LaDon Davis caught up with an Anglican priest who delves a bit more into the spiritual significance behind the period and its time-honored traditions. LaDon?
Macushla parishioners from several denominations took to the streets Sunday, reenacting Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem, waving palms, singing hymns. The event signals the start of the Holy Week experience, culminating with the crucifixion and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It's also a time Christians devote to attending church services all week long. Associate priest of St. Gregory's Anglican Church, Reverend Dr. Father Kerry Marcel, says he's thrilled to see Christians throughout the country embrace the week's spiritual significance.
What I love most is it's different. I watched some of the processions yesterday, and some of the denominations, you know, they're a little more vibrant than we are at times, but we were all witnessing for the cause of Christ, welcoming Christ into our various communities, waving palms, which are the symbols of victory.
But with the Holy Week experience comes the debate on what attire Christians should wear to commemorate it. Father Marcel says there are many who stray from the tradition.
In fact, Palm Sunday, the old way is wearing white, which I've noticed on Facebook. A lot of people still like the old way. The new way, you can wear red as well, because red is passion, love, blood. And then, as you mentioned, in Holy Week, we go more somber, especially on Good Friday. I know in the Bahamas is black. You know, if you're not wearing black, then you haven't been taught well.
And for those of you who've long noticed that Easter came a little bit earlier this year, while Father Marcel shared this pretty unique perspective.
Always on a Sunday, and it comes with the first of the full moon. So that's known, they say it as the Paschal full moon. So the reality is Easter comes along with the spring equinox, so it depends on when we're anticipating spring. And so it usually falls between the 22nd of March and the 25th of April. So Easter will never have the same date. So, and it also has to do with the farmer's calendar, when farmers can plant in order to reap for an abundant harvest. And so Easter plays around with that.
Macushla Father Marcel strongly encourages all Christians to use Holy Week to reflect on the sacrifices Jesus made and to live Christ-like. Live in studio for the Bahamas tonight, I'm LaDon Davis. Macushla, back to you.
Unless you've been hiding under a rock, there's little need to tell you. It's spring break time, and while that seems a given here in Nassau, as Corval Pyfram tells us, while the face has changed some, spring break's objectives are well intact.
It's the scent of sunscreen, the familiar faces of Sunday's tourists. It must be spring break in the Bahamas. And you know what? You don't have to be college or high school age to enjoy it. Spring break apparently is for everyone. From Los Angeles, this vacationer is loving her time in the Bahamas.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I'm on spring break.
And how's it going?
Oh, man, it's going great.
Wherever we found them, visitor reaction was the same. All around thumbs up for Spring Break Nassau 2024.
I love it. It's super nice.
Oh, my God, it is bananas. This is the place to be.
The view not much different from those soaking up the sun at Junkanoo Beach.
We get to have all the fun. We're out here in spring break. Nassau, Bahamas. Let's go, baby.
Nothing around here is spelled spring break white like Senor Frogs. Lyndon, the entertainer, is responsible for bringing the hype to this place.
But as the host, they want to see what you're feeding them. So once you give energy, they give energy. It all goes together.
It all goes together, from fun on the sand.
I'm a mother and I'm 50 years old.
To the barroom dance floor.
All right, let's get ready to rumble! Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go! Let's go!
is a tough job, but like they say, somebody has to do it. So, on spring break for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Well, still to come, our feature of the night, Children's Hostel Fundraiser. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
In case you missed the news or want to stay ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on X, TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook.
Everyone hates a dead car battery. Why not get a battery that lasts and has a 12-month warranty and is only $64.50? Intercontinental batteries are made with German technology, compatible with Japanese, US, and European vehicles, and adapts to warm climates. All right, good to go. These batteries are high quality, affordable, innovative, and only available at AID. Visit us online or WhatsApp us at 427-0026. AID, all you really need and more.
ESE Distributors, the #1 wholesale beauty supplier in the Bahamas, specializing in hair products, accessories, and makeup. A variety of skin lightening products, Keratin, Natural Bright, Pawpaw, and personal toiletries, like soaps, creams, lotion, and oils. Hair products like Got2b, Red One, and everything in the Morphos line. And lots of hair. Afro Kinky, 3X Ghana, crochet hair. We deliver and ship to the Family Islands. ESE Distributors, located on Soldier Road opposite NCA.
It's time to start a cooperative business today. All you need is a business plan, a set of cooperative bylaws, $25 and an application form, and 10 persons who believe in the same vision. For more information on starting a cooperative, call 397-7400, extension 7443, 6551, 6553, and 6577. The Department of Cooperative Development. Develop, facilitate, regulate.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Countries from all over the Caribbean are headed to Nassau for the Carifta Aquatics Championships 2024. Starting at 1 p.m. Friday, March 29th, tune into the ZNS Network for live coverage of the opening ceremony.
Long Islanders have for decades lobbied for their airports to be modernized. Longer runways, more flights, all the bells and whistles of other such facilities. Under the former administration, up to 14 companies had submitted bids to carry out architectural and/or engineering work on a new airport for that very island. While breaking ground for the new BAMSI Research Center earlier this week, Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper, shared that the government has adjusted the project's design.
We're looking to see how we might use the Great Harbor Key design to use here in Long Island to expedite the process. This is going to be important to continue the growth that we have seen in Long Island as we get new hotels, new boutique resorts. This all needs to be supported by airlift, and this new airport will cause there to be continued growth and development in terms of the touristic sector and the commercial sectors of Long Island.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. We have near clear skies, temperature 76 degrees, the relative humidity at 72%, northeast winds at 12 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,015.7 millibars, that's 29.99 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, 78 in Marshall, Abaco, Green Tool, Key, and Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands at 74, Alisal, Bimini, 75, 73 over in Harbor Island, Roxanne, Lucia, 75, 77 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros, 79 in Kemp Space out Andros and Black Point, Exuma. We're picking up 71 degrees in Otterstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, 72. Rum Key at 75 degrees, 72 in Georgetown, Exuma, Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, all at 79, 78 here in Matthew-Town, Nago, the Turks and Caicos Islands at 79 degrees. And your boating forecast for tonight, easterly winds 12 to 18 knots, and this is for the northwestern islands. Wave heights are going to be 3 to 6 feet over the ocean. High tide 9:07 tonight, and for the central and southeastern islands tonight, easterly flow 15 to 20 knots. The wave heights 4 to 7 feet over the ocean. So we're asking small craft to exercise caution in the central and southeastern islands tonight. And then tomorrow through Wednesday, those winds will fall off southeast at 10 to 15 knots in the northwest and central islands. Wave heights down 2 to 4 feet, so we'll drop the caution flags. High tide 9:21 in the morning with a low tide at 3:31 in the afternoon. Now for the southeast Bahamas, Tuesday through Wednesday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Holly Gray, your boat needed bailing out. Yeah, that sailor man sound. Holly Gray, your boat needed bailing out.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
For every shape-up, after-school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use. It's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar-enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.bs.
March into Super Value and Quality supermarkets today for great savings like Rainbow Corned Beef, 12-ounce, new low price, $2.19. Country Barn Mayonnaise, 30-ounce, $3.75. Mullis Ready Cut Macaroni, 16-ounce, $2.19. Boneless chicken breast, $2.99 per pound. Romaine Hearts, 3-pack, $4.79. Shoppers are marching to save at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is a plan for all of you.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. We're just a few days away now from the start of Carifta, and with the track and field team set to head to Grenada. Yesterday, members of Team Bahamas attending a church service ahead of their departure for competition. P3A's President Jermico Archer on the importance of attending the service.
Most of the work has been done, with the exception that you now need to start getting your mind ready to compete. And so that's a part of the exercise. We'll have some team building exercises. We have Grammy Beverly Wallace Whitfield, we call Grammy, who will be taking us through some etiquette coursework that talks about social decorum, how you should present yourself as Bahamian ambassadors. It's just those small little things that are very important to us. We will have a uniform distribution. We want everyone to look uniformed and to represent Team Bahamas. And so we want you to wear the colors. And all of these things are really important things when the country looks to see where our athletes are. They want to see us wearing our colors, representing the 242.
Now, first-timer Carifta athlete Carissa Thomas pretty excited about what's coming up, but she remains confident that she'll do well.
I just want to PR in all of my events and to medal, possibly, and just to make my family members and my team proud.
Meanwhile, our swimmers also attending church service yesterday at Evangelistic Temple as they gear up to defend their Carifta Swim Championship right here on home soil. Now, Team Bahamas will be going for their 6th consecutive championship when action begins at the newly refurbished Betty Kelly Kenning Swim Complex. The New Providence Basketball Association with some playoff scores in from yesterday. They played at the Kendall Lodge Gym. Division II Cybertech Blue Marlins taking down the Heat Waves 78-59. Cybertech, by the way, winning that series 2-0 in the best of 3. On the Division I side of things, Sand Dollar High Flyers up against the Tucker Boys. High Flyers getting the win 82-71. They win their series 2-0 there as well. And Coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen and the Ole Miss Lady Rebels looking to book a ticket into the Sweet 16. Standing in their way, second seed Notre Dame. Lady Rebels falling behind early. They trailed 21-9 at the end of the first quarter, 43-26 at the half. Second half more of the same as the Lady Rebels tournament run comes to an end, 71-56, your final. And that's it. Your look at sports for you here on this Monday. Our Monday weather forecast is just ahead. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at what an area of high pressure will dominate our weather over the next 2 days, rendering bright sunny days and milder nighttime temperatures. Meanwhile, there's a front boundary over the Texas area that is pushing towards the south and east. We expect that to move into the northwest Bahamas on Thursday, and by Thursday evening, just around 8 o'clock, it should push through the capital. Not as strong as the last front that brought all those rains and heavy thunderstorms and strong winds, but this one will bring with it some brief showers and a nice cool down behind it. Satellite pictures showing that first front boundary now well to the southeast of the Bahamas, leaving behind mostly clear conditions throughout the 700 islands. And tonight, we're just simply forecasting mainly clear skies, 69 degrees for your low temperature. Tomorrow it's going to be beautiful with lots of sun and a little bit of clouds floating around in the daytime hours. 79 degrees for your high temperature. The extended weather forecast was nice. Weather will continue right into Wednesday, but come Thursday, we'll see a little bit of cloud rolling in during the afternoon as that frontal system gets a little closer, and perhaps 1 or 2 brief showers. After that, temperatures go down. We'll see temperatures in the upper 70s during the daytime right into the weekend, with some mid to low 60s during the nighttime. Officially.
Well, thanks, Basil. Now, Saturday's wicked weather may have kept a lot of people indoors, but there were few still keen on supporting a very worthy cause. A pop-up cookout fundraiser initially scheduled for Saturday got off the ground on Sunday and was not a day late nor a dollar short. Crowds showed up to support the event, whose entire proceeds go towards the Children's Emergency Hostel. The initiative, the brainchild of Chef Joel Johnson, who teamed up at the hostel, home to nearly 30 residents between the ages of months-old to teenage.
Always be surprised at who needs help. And I know back in the day I needed a lot of help, and I always wish that somebody would help me. And a lot of people are a little bit too prideful to ask for help. So that really is the base of it.
Yesterday was an excellent exercise. The initiative was welcomed by the general public, those persons that Mr. Johnson caters to, or persons that patronize his business. They came in full force. Persons from the board, persons who were here before. So a lot of people came and they showed their support, and we were very happy to have them come up on board and just let us know, hey, we like what you're doing here. Let's do this again.
Well, that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.